Looking for a dependable, budget-friendly sedan? Check out these 10 affordable Japanese sedans that combine exceptional reliability, low maintenance costs, and impressive performance, ensuring they'll keep running without breaking down. Back in the third generation, the Mazda 3 didn't offer the potent turbocharged engine or all-wheel drive of the current model. The entry-level engine offered 155 horsepower, but the more powerful variant offers the 184 horsepower, which are competitive in this class. Reliability is considered great based on J.D. Power's rankings, but Mazda's scores aren't the absolute best. There's a lot to like about the underrated Mazda 3, which offers a refined interior almost on par with the class above. Others might prefer the hatchback, but the 3 sedan's scaled-down Mazda 6 vibe and elegant silhouette has aged well. There are many Nissans on this list, which suggests that this could be one of the brands to shortlist when it comes to buying a used sedan. What's the difference between the Versa, Maxima, and Sentra? Don't forget the Ultima. To simplify it, the Versa, built in this generation from 2020, was one of the cheapest cars on sale at the time. The same is still true today. For now, this reliable model year benefits from the makeover that occurred for the new generation. A manual transmission was offered, as well as a CVT for some models, and the features list included desirable options such as heated seats, climate control, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay, and a leather steering wheel. Picking out the differences between the Maxima and Nissan's own Altima can be tricky, but the brand says the former is a 4-door sports car. This is debatable, but the ride is tuned favorably despite the main disadvantage of a CVT transmission. Trunk space is another disadvantage compared to some rivals, and interior space is less than Nissan's own Altima. Still, the engine is the renowned VQ35DE, the same engine found in the Nissan 350Z. And aside from its focus on providing capable handling, the interior is attractive, refined, and full of features. Options include quilted leather, smartphone pairing, adaptive cruise control, and keyless entry. Yet another Nissan sedan. The thing is, all Nissan sedans fit into J.D. Power's great category for reliability. This model is a compact sedan that sits above the Versa in the lineup and costs about $4,000 more in 2022, while the Maxima retailed for a whopping $18,000 more. Nissan Sentra comes with a modest powertrain that offers more go than the smaller Versa, but its 3,000-pound mass takes close to 10 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. Instead, it's about fuel economy. The 2022 model is rated up to 33 miles per gallon combined. The Nissan Sentra's relatively unstressed, Renault-sourced 2.0-liter engine is one of the keys to its long-term reliability. Contemporary reviews commented that the interior is reasonably upscale for a car of this price bracket too, which makes the Sentra a good all-rounder. Subaru's Legacy is mostly awarded average reliability according to J.D. Power's database, which isn't bad. And it's the same story for many other Subaru models despite the brand's reputation for reliability. However, like many models on this list, reliability scores change depending on individual model years. This iteration of the long-running sedan continues the nameplate's, legacy and achieves a great rating for the 5th-gen 2014 model year. The engines were variations of a 2.5-liter flat 4, with one a turbocharged unit. Most were fitted with a CVT, although a 6-speed automatic transmission was available. For this model year, it was just the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter or the 3.6-liter flat 6, which made 156 horsepower and 247 pound-feet. Since all-wheel drive is standard, this sedan is also a good choice for areas with harsher weather. Mazda 6 was discontinued in the US after 2021, and it's a shame as this great-looking sedan was on the money when it came to refinement, driving feel, and surprising power. The 2017 model is the last year before the facelift and optional turbocharged version of the 2.5-liter engine, but it's still a great choice. Reviews of the discontinued sedan complimented its handling and comfort, as well as the refined interior. A manual transmission was optional. A year later, the turbocharged engine was introduced with an attractive makeover, but unlike the Mazda 3 hatchback or sedan, the 6 sedan didn't receive all-wheel drive, even as an option. Today, it remains a reliable and surprisingly peppy method of transport that shouldn't let you down. Honda Civic is a reliable model that scored an impressive 86 out of 100 for the 2021 model year, the last year of the 10th generation before its new makeover for 2022. Other years were listed as average, making this one to pick out. Available as a 4-door sedan or hatchback, this model offered 2 engines, including the one aforementioned, as well as a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter 4-cylinder that made 158 horsepower, making the turbocharged version more desirable. Most of the limelight goes to the Type R thanks to its speed, but the Civic is a great all-rounder with great dynamics and handling, and in the case of the hatchback, a manual transmission is also available. Reviews of the 10th gen model point out its competitive trunk space and well-laid-out interior that even offers smartphone pairing as a nice bonus. Honda's Accord is another mainstay of the brand's lineup that has managed to survive since the 70s. Today, it's in its 11th generation. Without being exceptional in any one area, the appeal of the Accord to buyers is in its well-rounded package and its position as a safe and reliable method of transport. This reliable model from 2012 is the last year of the 8th generation and one of the oldest on our list. But its affordable price and reliability score make it worth shortlisting even if it lacks the sexy styling or dynamics of cars like the Mazda 6. The priciest models from 2012 would run you up to $32,000. A sedan and coupe were offered, with higher trim levels offering the chance to have a 3.5-liter V6 under the hood instead of the K24 2.4-liter 4-cylinder. Up to 271 horsepower or 254 pound-feet was on offer with the V6. The Toyota Camry is also a reliable workhorse, and it's no surprise that it's one of the US favorite sedans ever, proven by its sales record. A score of 92 out of 100 is impressive for any car, and this could be due to many factors, from the engines to the quality of its construction and engineering, or the type of usage and care that a typical Camry receives. 2014 is the high watermark from J.D. Power. For this model year, a plethora of trims were available at the dealer, and 2 engines were offered depending on trim: the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder or the 3.5-liter V6 with a much more muscular 268 horsepower and 248 pound-feet, enough for a 60 miles/hour dash in the 6-second range. But the rear seat passengers wouldn't mind, as they were busy enjoying competitive space back there thanks to the Camry's interior dimensions. Lots of tech was available for a cost, including niceties such as leather, dual-zone climate control, keyless entry, an 8-way powered driver's seat, and much more. Toyota is routinely one of the most reliable manufacturers out there, and the brand returns with a second entry here, the highest reliability score we found courtesy of J.D. Power. 2019 is the year that received this rating. It was the last model year of this generation before the new one debuted in 2020, or 2019 for the hatchback. A manual transmission was available with the SE trim. Otherwise, a CVT was the only transmission offered. The sedan's engine is the main downside to this version of the Corolla since it offers a paltry 132 horsepower. Features like cruise control, keyless entry, climate control, auxiliary sound input, and other pieces of kit make the Corolla easier to live with day to day, but many features necessitated the pricier trims. A minimum of 30 miles per gallon combined is the Corolla's ace up its sleeve, as well as the fact that it's unlikely to just give up and leave you stranded.